don't F this up. If you're lucky enough to be watching this video right now, then it means you're paying attention to crypto on a day that you must pay attention to crypto. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why this is the key moment for you to make massive money in crypto, and I'm going to teach you exactly how you can do it in a method that many don't talk about very often. I'm also going to talk about, throughout this video, different coins that I myself have been buying today, yesterday, and a few days ago. So do me a favor, hit that like button, and let's find out how to change the game. Now guys, I know most of you got limited time for this, so I'm going to rattle through, but I'm going to get the juices flowing. I need to teach you that right now is a good opportune moment to get involved in crypto. Here's the first one. Layer 1 starting to outperform Bitcoin. And this is typical in a bull market when we start to move from the Bitcoin cycle into altcoin season. And I get it, it doesn't feel much like an altcoin season, does it? Okay? Definitely not where I'm sitting because I'm getting absolutely mauled by the charts. Now, what you can see, this is an Ethereum Bitcoin chart. We know that when Ethereum bounces against Bitcoin, we get an almighty altcoin season. So look, you can see that this, in the past, we had the kind of big run down, we have the kind of like little descending triangle, ultimate monster bull market for altcoins back in 2017. We then have the previous bull market. We've now been cooling down, okay? And as you can see, Ethereum Bitcoin chilling out in this area. You'll notice, if you've been paying attention to the charts in the last couple of days, that Ethereum has actually been starting to look very strong compared to Bitcoin. This is phase 2 of the path to altcoin season, in my opinion. Now guys, stick with me, it's really important. And I know you've got to go and watch that cat video or the football skills video, or whether Jake Paul's going to beat Mike Tyson or whatever it is. But look at this, right? Bitcoin, every time this year or last year or however long, every time it's been running up, has a cool off, it puts in a big yellow circle, okay? But it's what's under the yellow circle that's important. This big old wick towards the downside. These big old wicks, guess what they're doing? They're going down, they're soaking up liquidity. They move, okay? They move here. Big old wick. Big old wick. Well, not much of a big old wick. Bit of a wick. A bit of a wick, okay? Right now, you can see wicks. Look what happens after the wicks. Turns around. Now, am I telling you that Bitcoin isn't going to do this? Who knows? Now, many people are telling you out there that yes, Bitcoin's not going to go lower, and yes, Bitcoin's going to go higher, and you have no idea. And the trick with crypto is to understand that you can have an idea, but not to rely on a guarantee, okay? Because everything is not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. Therefore, we must act accordingly. Now, right now, I see people doing the stupidest thing you could possibly do. And what is the stupidest thing at a time like this? Is selling your cryptos that are already down a bit and moving them to even more scummy, degenerate stuff. And why is that? Well, we've all been like teenagers before, right? And I know not all of you might have done this, but you've invited your mates around to your house before any of you got cars or, you know, the ability to order anything. And you've drank that like 24 pack of beers that maybe your mum bought you, okay? And you've gone through all of the beers and now you're like left over, but you got a taste for it. And you're like, well, I don't want to stop here because it's like 10 p.m. I've had a few beers and I want to keep having some drink. So you go into the family booze cabinet, okay? And you start like poaching through and you go to the back of the cupboard because you want to find something that no one's going to realize you've been sneaking a drink of. And you find some like French liqueur from like 30 years ago or whatever it is. And then you're like, well, here we are, lads, let's have a bit of this. So you have some like mint liqueur and like Coca-Cola or something, okay? To try and wash it all down. And guess what? It's not enjoyable and you get wrecked, okay? Crypto's the exact same. Notice what I did there, okay? Effectively, what I'm saying is we're going to do stupid things. Why is that? Well, because during that period of drinking, we have the alcohol gives us dopamine. We're like, we're just going to get more dopamine, so we haven't got anything else that's going to do. This is how we have to find it. And we do stupid things and it gets worse and worse. Crypto is the same because what happens, previously, we've been getting like beast dopamine hits from all of this like Bitcoin pumpage, and every morning we're like, oh my god, I'm a legend, I'm having a great day, I've made lots of money. And then what we do is we like keep, you know, getting more gains from all our altcoins, and now it's really good. And suddenly crypto dips against us for like 4 or 5 weeks, and we're there, we've just finished the creative beers, and we go searching for more degenerate stuff. So what you all do is you go and find, like, you go and learn how to do meme coin trading on like Dex Screener, and you're like, well, I've been buying like soul coins of like Corgi Orgy, and yeah, that is actually a coin. And look, you're buying things like this, like Miffy on Soul, which is what I bought earlier, because I'm literally being that degen right now, and you can see I've obviously got absolutely wrecked as well. So don't do it, okay? Don't go seeking the dopamine because you do stupid stuff like I did. So let's put our time to good use. So if we know that Bitcoin and crypto has a big dip down before it carries on, then what do we need to do? We need to prepare for that big dip down, because I might not be paying attention and I don't want to just keep watching this chart because it's breaking my heart every percentage it drops. But like everything, when a coin drips down, eventually it will reach a point at which it pumps up. I'm going to give you the first one that I think is worth paying attention to, and that is Pangolin, which is a decentralized exchange on Avalanche. And these are in no particular order, and I will actually bring you a live stream tomorrow with other coins that I'm buying into. So definitely subscribe and watch that, because I'm going to be going through every coin that I think is worth buying into right now and building a portfolio for May. But as you can see on this Pangolin chart, something very interesting. I've drawn a purple box to make your life easier and see what I'm talking about. Look at these little wicks. Every time it gets down to this zone, people are buying it. People are buying it. People are buying it. It now sits in this zone again. So for me, that's a good time to be potentially buying it. Now, Pangolin sits right this second in a good position to buy. Do I know that it's going to stop here and maybe not go lower? Absolutely not. But if the coin I want to buy isn't sat in that buy zone area right now, then what can I do? Well, here's one. Render. Okay, and Render, I think you're going to be aware, it's going to do well in this bull market. And well, all of you a few weeks ago were like, is it too late to buy Render? When absolutely it was. You will now see the Render is at a 41% discount. Okay, and every time you will be able to identify where a good buy zone is for Render. How do I identify? Big candle. Look where it originated from. We then get confirmation, it comes back in, and you can see it gets bought up. Comes back in, gets bought up. Now, do I think that Render will get down into this green box? I have no effing idea. But if it does, I want to be able to take action automatically without having to do a thing. Why? Because if suddenly you wake up one morning and Render's in here, you are going to be panicking. You're going to be like, oh my God, I don't know if this is the right thing to do. Take yourself out of the game, and it makes your game much easier. And what the hell does that mean? Well, guys, what it means is that you are the worst enemy of yourself in these markets, because you act irrationally. You do stupid things. I do it too. We all do it. So I know that if it pushes down into there, I will probably be crying, hiding, just having a rubbish time. So what can I do? If I know right now, sitting here, being like, well, in the green box, it looks like it's good value. First of all, I can draw a green box and make it green. Makes me feel better. If you make it red, then you might sell it, okay? You can put the red one up here. So what I want to do, if I have the idea of wanting to buy Render, is to identify a price at which you can see the price turning around. You'll see around let's just call it 6.9. You can see the Render is of good value. Now, maybe I want to go to bed right now, and maybe in the middle of the night, Render dips down here and then does that. I want to be able to capture that move. How do I do it? Well, either I can right click on my trading view account and I can add an alert for Render, but no one wants to be woken up in the middle of the night to go and do trading. Now, what you need to do is get yourself an exchange to use. I use Bitunix, which is linked down below in the description, because it doesn't have KYC. It also doesn't require a VPN. So if you're in America or anything, you can trade on this exchange without needing any of those things, which is perfect. Not only that, Bitunix have agreed to list every coin that I asked them to list. So pretty much every coin that I'm talking about on this channel from now on will be getting listed on Bitunix, which is an absolute no-brainer, because if you're using MEXC or other exchanges that now require KYC, then you should be using this. They have liquidity provided by Binance. I've met the team in Dubai, all transparent, very safe and easy to use exchange. And as well, if you sign up through my link, you will also qualify for airdrops for all the tokens that get listed after I request them. Now, what I'm going to do is going to search for Render. Okay, now this might be a little bit advanced. If you haven't seen an exchange before, I appreciate it. If you've only been using Coinbase, that's fine, but you must understand you're wasting so much money. Okay, now $6.9. Where were we? Render 6.9. Let's just go 6.9. Keep it easy. We'll go back to Bitunix. And we're on Render USD. So let's just go here. We have to make sure that we have a limit order selected. And I'm going to write 6.9. Now, what you can see on the right-hand side is these red numbers. And on the right, and these green numbers. These green numbers are people saying, I want to buy at this price. And these are people saying, I want to sell at this price. Okay, these are limit orders. And if that price goes down to a certain area, it will fill the order. Which means I don't have to buy Render right now, because I think it might go lower. Therefore, I can buy at 6.9. And I'm happy. Come back to limit order. I write 6.9. And I say that I want to buy, I don't know, how much? $85? Let's just say, here we are. I can just write $100. $100. Buy Render. And that order will sit there until either it's filled or I close it. If I don't want to use it anymore, I can just cancel it. Okay? Now, you can do this with everything. What is the beauty of this? I hear you cry. Well, guys, you already know what coins you want to be buying, right? Because you've been asking for months. Is it too late to buy this? Is it too late to buy that? You've done your research. You know to pay attention to the key narratives, which in my opinion are AI, DPIN, GameFi, DeFi, BRC20 I like, and there is some other bits and pieces, right? Layer 2s I might do all right, whatever. But you already know which coins are likely to do well, and they're all at a decent price right now. So now you can see that I'm not going to get in the way of my own success by panicking when the markets turn up at a certain point. Now, let's say I actually think the render could go even lower to another buy zone, let's say down here. So I've already got my $100 going in here. Maybe it gets to like 4.9, 4.5, let's say 4.5. And guess what? I can then say, if render gets to 4.5, which I don't think it will, but let's just say anyway, then I can put like, let's say $50 in. And then I can just click buy render. Then guess what, guys? Look, I now have this chart, and it's almost going to change my psychology from being a little bit of a crybaby and worrying that it's going to go lower to actually wanting it to go lower by understanding that we are in a bull market, and eventually, when this correction finishes, of which it is just a correction, we are going to be damn happy that we bought those dips. Look at this dip back here. If you'd had one set up from that previous buy zone, okay, which was like down on this line here, it would have dipped down, would have filled your order. The next day you would have woken up and your price would have come up 110%. That was from the 7th to the 10th. In 3 days, you would have doubled your money. This is the only way for you to make money in these markets, because no one out there guarantees you that the price is going to move in any particular way. And you know, if I thought that today the markets would turn around, maybe I could just buy $50 worth of render right now. If I buy $50 worth and it dips back down, happy days. I bring down my average price paid, and eventually it's going to turn around on me. When does it turn around? No one exactly knows, but it's going to turn around. That's the only thing you need to know. However, if you're just waiting for lower and lower prices, if you're not buying right now, there's no way you're going to buy when we're another 30% down, okay? This is the easiest way to do it. Set yourself limit orders at key areas. And if you changed your mind and you don't want to buy render anymore, just click cancel. Just click cancel. And now you're out of the trade. You got your money back. Do what you want. Okay, who do we need to pay attention to? Well, I told you, AI, key narratives. This is Fetch AI. Let's see where Fetch is offering us good value. Well, you can see it right here. Here, Fetch AI. Draw a box around the candles that came before this big candles, okay? The tops of them, the bottoms of them, okay? Drag it across. Look, every time Fetch gets back in this box, last time it did, came in, it went out 55%. So if it comes back in here, 1.7, I'm pretty damn happy to be buying it. If I don't think Fetch holds at that point, maybe I don't care. I can just draw another box here. I could put in $75 here, $50 here, $25. You work it out, okay? If you're more risk averse, you put in less here, more down there. If you are really pretty bullish and you still think you're good or you're going to get paid next month anyway, then you can have a crack here. And if it gets back lower, happy days. Put your limit orders in. Put as many limit orders in as you want. Valor Network, you can see, already sat in this buy zone. How do I know? Well, look, this kind of original move, it pumps, it goes sideways for a bit, eventually it runs out. And then you can see it starts to get wicked out of here. But it does look like eventually lose its like battle. Who knows if it loses its battle or not? Who cares? Just draw your boxes in and buy them. Because what you're going to need to do in a bull market when it's rallying really high is you're going to have to take profits at certain points. And this method can be used to do the same. This means that you take profits automatically without getting too greedy. Who else we got? Casper. Okay, Casper, interestingly, coming down towards this buy zone area here. It's not quite there yet, but if it gets down there, I want to put in a buy order. You can see I can get in 10% cheaper on Casper right now. Does it go even lower? Maybe it does. Echelon Prime, already sort of in that buy zone area already. You've got another buy zone underneath it. Delesium, happy days in this buy zone area. Maybe we can get a little bit deeper into it. You see, guys, this is so simple. To pick a winner right now in crypto is easier than it is to pick a loser. Now, you know, there's no financial advice or anything like that. That if you could go and find a coin that's going to do worse in the next 12 months in this bull market, it's going to be very much more difficult, okay? It's going to be so much easier for you to find a coin that's going to be up than it is for you to find one that's going to be down. The only thing that's going to cause you to lose money is you. And this is how you take yourself out the game. And once you've set all your limit orders, don't piss off and do something else, okay? Get out there, live your life. Stop just watching charts going down every day, okay? It can make you very sad. And one day they will break towards the upside. If you want to know when they're going to break towards the upside, well, first of all, you're going to get all your notifications from your limit orders as all those positions fill. And then you could just put like a right click on Bitcoin and then just put add alert at like 67,277 and then be like, break out the bubbly. We're back in the game because we were smart enough to buy the dip and now we're ready to go again. Okay. Who knows? Who knows whether this happens next or this happens next. Now, guys, I did just give you a very brief rundown on how to invest in coins without your emotions. This is very straightforward. In tomorrow's live stream, yes, a live stream, I will be doing an hour long of building a portfolio of crypto coins, and there is endless amount of coins right now that are in perfect buying opportunities. Optimism, decent layer 2, literally sat just above a buy zone. Mana Decentraland, literally sat in a buy zone. Forta's been doing quite well recently. Not actually in buy zone because it's already up. Okay, Solana, just above a buy zone. So it's a little bit quite above buy zone. Okay, maybe buy zone's around 130 bucks. But guys, it's so damn easy. Tomorrow, we'll put all this together and we're going to build ourselves a portfolio. Okay? Easy. This is so easy, it hurts. And here is why it's so easy. Look, and stop being a degenerate and panicking, okay? Because you don't need to panic. You've got ages away in front of you. This is Bitcoin in the last bull market, okay? I've drawn this blue line on, which indicates the 14th of December, 2020. Look, this is where I think we kind of went sideways for a bit and then we pumped. It's kind of where I think we are roughly right now, because it's where we broke previous all-time highs. Compare that with Ethereum around that period of time. Hadn't been doing much, and then suddenly Ethereum rallied like hell from that period of time. And Ethereum did around 7x. But this is the key. Look, December 2020, Solana was down here at $1.40. Nobody had even heard about it, okay? Ethereum and everything had topped out their bull markets by the fact that Solana got here. And from that period of time, Solana did another 11x. If you'd got into Solana down here, then guess what? You would have been making crazy money, nearly a 300x. Okay, super easy. We're going to find some more coins tomorrow that have this opportunity. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hit the like button and I'll keep telling you how easy it is. Subscribe. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.